When you first receive your 1-800-Endoscope.com 1-800-Pvs8150 Portascope, be sure the case is facing up. That is usually with a label on top or on the front on the top. There's 4 latches, 1 on each side and 2 in the front. Carefully open up all 4 latches and open up your case. Inside you will receive technical data and cleaning instructions. Please remove these and put them in a safe place. A very important thing you'll notice is charging. You will need to charge 2 units in the case before you can do anything with your Portascope. You'll need to charge it for at least 2 hours before you power up the unit and continue further. I will show you how to power up each unit. First, locate your LCD monitor, which is in the front. Carefully remove it and turn it upside down. You can place it back in the case if you wish. Locate the small AC power supply. Plug it into either 110 volts for USA or 240 volts for Europe and Eurasia. After you have plugged it in, locate the small hole on the bottom of the LCD monitor and carefully push in the power supply probe. Again, this is on the bottom of the unit and it's the only small opening next to the SD card slot and the USB port. Second, you will need to charge your mini power supply unit. Again, you can leave it in the case. Plug in the power supply unit to either 110 for US or 240 for Europe and Eurasia with the supplied adapter. In the front of the unit, there's a 15 volt in slot. Plug in your power supply in there and again let it charge for 2 hours prior to use. This is the setup for the 1-800-Pvs8150 video Portascope system. First, please remove the endoscope and mini air pump from the case. On the top of the body section you will see a 3-pronged video output bleed. This will screw on to your LCD monitor. Carefully attach the LCD onto the videoscope head and screw on the LCD onto the body. Carefully screw on the attachment without over-tightening the LCD monitor. Once it is screwed onto the body head control, tilt it for good angulation to view the procedure. Once we have hooked up our LCD monitor onto the head of our videoscope, we can now attach the scope to the mini power supply air pump system. Simply connect the videoscope connector into the front of the Portascope mini air pump and plug in. Then we need to attach our power supply from the mini light source into the videoscope. We have a video cable here which is included You will hook into the 3-volt out power supply with a 90-degree angle part into the mini air pump power supply. Then plugging our 3-volt power supply cord into the Videoscope power supply input port. This supplies power to our CCD to view the procedures. Note it is the port which is next to our air-water input valve. It is the port on the left side, the second port. Remove the air-water bottle from the case and fill it approximately 3/4 full of distilled water. Clip on your water bottle onto the side of the mini light source pump. Clip in your air-water bottle into the first port of the Portascope connector. We have now connected our Portascope to the mini air pump light source with the video cable, the air water pump, we now have our Portascope Videoscope connected to our mini air pump power supply with a water bottle connected to the first port, the 3-volt video power supply cable hooked up to the second port. You can now turn on the power, which supplies light to the LEDs on the Portascope itself. To actuate the air pump, simply turn on your air pump switch here, which will provide air and water feed to the video Portascope. We can now power on our video Portascope by pushing the power supply button on the LCD screen until it powers up. Once the LCD is powered up, on the LCD monitor screen, locate your plus and minus buttons. Use the plus and minus button to scroll down to the television monitor icon, and in the lower right corner press the engage button. That will power up the screen and power up the CCD on the endoscope to provide an image. To start recording video, go down to your bottom right hand corner button again. You'll notice that there is a green dot on your LCD monitor. When you push this button to start recording, it will return to red color. Once you are finished recording, you can go ahead and push the bottom right hand corner button again until the video will stop, and the icon in the top left hand corner will become green. That means it has stopped recording. To play back your video, simply scroll up to the movie icon with your arrow keys. Hit the enter button. Find your folder where the videos were recorded. Again, hitting your enter button. And again, hit it once more to play back the movies that you have on the internal memory or the SD card.